Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well, happy and healthy, and enjoying their days in paradise. And thank you for joining us today. Today's message, I think it's an important, well, I'm going to try to make all our messages important, but today's in particular. There are no civilians during a revolution. And that's a universal trait. No civilians in a revolution, like the one we're in right now. Well, before we begin, I just want to make a comment. Saw today that an announcement that the Church of Latter-day Saints announced that they are informing their followers to wear face masks. So I'll just go ahead and take this same opportunity to point out to our followers of the Church of Harmonic Paradise story where our position is on this. And we believe that in addition to wearing face masks, we strongly advise all followers to minimize travel and minimize contact with anyone outside of your normal daily circle, minimizing any kind of gatherings, in particular gatherings inside, with or without a mask. Nothing is safer than not exposing if you really don't need to. So minimizing these things. Why? Not for the law, not for your own this or that, but just to help keep our communities more harmonious. So this is going to reduce spread of disease. This is going to reduce tensions. But again, this is something we do willingly. Being a part of a harmonious community. This is our part. So that is something we are standing behind. On top of all that, what that means is that also means that we have to commit to learning how to create improved harmony, fun, opportunities, experiences, connections, how to enrich in our lives while staying at home, being online, staying local, both indoors and outdoors, online and in person, beginning here with us. So we will find that balance of quality of life and harmony that works best for all. This coronavirus thing, what it's doing is it's exposing our flaws in our systems and designs, because when we have to choose between the economy or our health, that is just a glaring symptom saying that your economy is not designed right. Choosing health and the economy should both be one and the same thing when you've designed your economy correctly. And there's lots of flexibility with that. But again, investing in your health should be the same as investing in your economy. Worldwide, universally, that's not something Democrat or Republican or this country versus that country. That is universal. And with that, I'd like to just go ahead, open up with our daily universal prayer. I am an eternal conscious paradise being in harmonic paradise story, rediscovering myself using LTHS Universal Operating System 1.1, recreating this very moment of daily consciousness using the hydrogen computing-based physical cosmos and its black holes, galaxies, stars, elements, molecules, planets, water, sugars, DNA, proteins, fats, cells, organs, systems, colonies, and solar planet Earth daily. All of this a part of my greater universal self, mind, and body, using unconditional harmony, empathy, helpfulness, and kindness to protect all of my greater universal self, mind, and body, and using acceptance, gratitude, and freedom to follow my dreams, gifts, interests, tastes, cycles, and connections to deliver bliss, inspiration, and progress in harmony, freedom, leisure, and abundance to all of my greater universal self, mind, and body. That's all of us. That's everything in the universe. This is my highest intention today and every day, eternally. Well, with that, we'll just dive right in to the message that I've prepared for everyone today, which is that there are no civilians during a revolution. Well, think about this. Who are the civilians? Who are those that are exempt today in our current global pandemic and economic meltdown? There really are no exemptions. That means there really are no civilians. No one sitting on the sidelines on this. Everyone, whether the richest billionaire in the world or the most important president or the youngest, has the potential of losing their life when infected by this novel coronavirus. So it's a bit of a Russian roulette. You could say that is one where this situation applies universally. Revolutions are this way. They apply universally. So that means that there is no sitting on the sidelines during a revolution. Well, revolutions such as the one that we might have experienced, hard revolutions like the American Revolution or the French Revolution, or it could be soft revolutions, much like the one we're in right now, which is a dramatic change in our daily life due to a pandemic and then a resulting economic collapse with a perfect storm of other issues hitting all at the same time. A soft revolution kind of evolving into more and more hard revolution, if you will. Well, it's always the same. This is a legacy system that has a dramatic departure from its daily normal into a dramatic change to an improved and always more harmonious to the greater good type of a change. And this change is always very different from the one that preceded it. This is a cycle. LTHS, Universal Operating System 1.1, actually recognizes this as a naturally occurring universal story template for Renaissance or revolution. I prefer the word Renaissance, actually, but it is a revolution. And in revolutions, again, there are no civilians. Everybody is on the field in a revolution with where they place their consciousness, where they place their mind, and with all the consequences that could possibly come as a result. There are no civilians in a revolution. So this is a time where we see our legacy separation story and all the stories and characters and behaviors and stages and sets and costumes and props and soundtracks that accompany it. We're seeing this collapsing. We're seeing the disarray. We're seeing the toppling of statues. We're seeing the questioning of all the different institutions that we had grown up with that were just solid pillars up until not long ago. We're seeing them all crumble, making way for the new, more harmonious, to the greater good story to arrive. And that story being a unified universal computing consciousness, which is captured by LTHS Universal Operating System 1.1. And just as in all revolutions, I'll remind you, there are no civilians. You are either on the legacy separation story or you are on the new LTHS UOS 1.1 based unified harmonic paradise story. So this is something that we are in the midst of today, right now. A soft revolution playing out, descending out into more and more of the physical, real, hard revolution, if you will. All within our control. We can control how much of this becomes hard by how much of it it's going to take to pursue these these changes that are required, these changes in moving into this new, higher, expanded consciousness. Leaving the polluting, oppressing, toxic separation story behind. So we're seeing it playing out all around us. What it means to our daily lives is, it means that normal as we knew it has changed right out from under our feet. We are now firmly within a huge global soft revolution like no other, the mother of all revolutions, by the discovery of Harmonic Paradise Story and our universal, ever-expanding consciousness, harmony, bliss, and inspiration computer and operating system that's been hidden under our noses by layered story abstraction all this time, and now we can easily detect it, any of us, by using LTHS, Universal Operating System 1.1 consciousness. This changes everything. We've entered into a new world. It's right in front of us. Right here we can see it once we are aided by this layered abstract story lens that LTHS, Universal Operating System 1.1 provides for us. So applying this into our daily lives, we know these changes we are seeing in 2020 are not random or temporary. We know it's a permanent shift into a higher, expanded harmony for the greater good. As it always is every time the Renaissance story occurs. We've seen them before, we'll continue to see them. We actively decide to move into this new higher harmony consciousness story because that's where we're headed. We know this. By actively making the decision and then beginning to invest in the learning, pruning our lives towards it, and practicing it daily to bring this practice into our daily lives. We realize there are no civilians in these revolutions, and we creatively figure out how to do our part to assist, and we have the conviction and the courage to surrender to it, prepared for whatever might come with it. And I think you know what I mean. We are all participants in this revolution. As in all revolutions, there are no civilians. No one gets to sit out on the sidelines of this. All this novel coronavirus pandemic that's occurring all around us and the economic collapse, it just exposes the inherent flaws in our current design of our current global lifestyles, economy, and leadership due to the legacy, faulty, toxic separation story that we've been running on. And we use LTHS UOS 1.1 to design a new, healthy, sustainable, rich upgrade into this new harmonic paradise story earth that we are now assisting in delivering. We use this and align our daily lives to this new understanding and support it to our best of our abilities daily, doing our part to usher in this new harmonic paradise story to earth, here, now. And how's this for a bonus? Contributing to the arrival of harmonic paradise story on earth is really, really good medicine for anyone currently experiencing depression, anxiety, boredom, fatigue, helplessness, negativity, low self-esteem, loneliness, feeling lost or without purpose, fear, even addiction. All of these are symptoms related to separation story, and they greatly improve or disappear altogether, which is the more likely, as a result of actively moving your consciousness onto Harmonic Paradise Studios using LTHS UOS 1.1 and turbocharge it by surrendering and helping roll this out worldwide so that you're making a difference to everyone. So this is something that is win-win-win by design. So now everyone repeat after me. I am here now in Paradise Story on earth within a collapsing separation story, and within Paradise Story I will remain from now on and always in all my future selves, all of me, including all Paradise Story, cosmos, earth, and each of us, past, present, and future. Now, I hope everyone will have a wonderful day today in paradise, and thank you so much for spending this time with us. Take care.